What if the quiet phase is officially over and DJI's next drone is closer than we think? For months, there was nothing. No credible leaks, no insider whispers, just silence. And then suddenly, the DJI Avata 360 is everywhere. Launch timing, packaging leaks, early tester clips. This is not rumor territory anymore. This feels like pre-launch momentum. In this video, we are breaking down what the latest leaks actually confirm, why March now looks realistic, and whether the Avata 360 could completely reshape the FPV space. Stick with me, because this one is moving fast. Here is where things get interesting. The latest insider reports suggest the DJI Avata 360 is launching in March, with China expected to get it first. That detail matters. When DJI rolls out region-first launches, it usually means production is locked and units are ready. This is not some early concept leak. This feels like final stage hardware. Even more telling is a low-resolution internal activation clip that surfaced online. The video itself was rough, but the existence of a battery activation tutorial suggests review units are already circulating. And you know what that usually means. When activation guides exist, YouTubers likely have hardware in hand. That is when the countdown really begins. Now let's talk physical evidence. Italian outlet Quadricoat News reportedly shared images of what appears to be official retail packaging. We even sell the Avata 360 displayed inside the DJI Goggles 3 interface next to the Avata 2. Side by side, the new drone looks slightly larger. So much for sub-250-gram hopes. If this thing is carrying dual-purpose 360 and FPV hardware, weight savings were always going to be a stretch. And honestly, that trade-off might be worth it. Previous promo-style leaks also revealed a redesigned battery and the new multi-battery charging hub that holds 3 packs. The battery appears flatter and more compact than the Avata 2 version. Reports suggest improved energy density and better thermal handling. If you're processing 8K 360 video in the air, thermal management is not optional. Flight time is rumored between 23 and 25 minutes, which keeps it competitive in the FPV class. Now, here's where the debate gets juicy. Multiple reports claim the Avata 360 could record up to 8K 360-degree video. Think about that for a second. This is not just another FPV refresh. This could merge the world of action 360 cameras and immersive drones into one system. Even more interesting is the rumored switchable camera system. The idea is simple but powerful. You can capture fully immersive 360 footage, then reframe later or switch into a traditional forward-facing FPV view when you want direct control. Fly first, decide later. That philosophy alone could make this drone incredibly appealing to creators. There's also chatter about upgraded stabilization tuned specifically for reframed 360 footage. That matters more than most people realize. If you give users total freedom in post, stabilization becomes the difference between cinematic and chaotic. Transmission leaks consistently point toward O4 class video transmission. That suggests compatibility with DJI Goggles 3 and the modern FPV ecosystem. Some rumors even hint at real-time reframing previews in the live feed. Imagine adjusting perspective before you even land the drone. Bundle options are also expected, including different controller configurations. Pricing discussions suggest China will see lower entry pricing first, with global markets landing higher once international distribution begins. That is typical DJI strategy. The key takeaway here is ecosystem alignment. DJI isn't building this as a niche experiment. It looks integrated, intentional, and positioned within their current FPV lineup. So what does all of this really add up to? After months of silence, we suddenly have launch timing, packaging leaks, activation tutorials, and ecosystem confirmations. That pattern usually signals one thing: we are close. The DJI Avata 360 doesn't feel like a distant prototype anymore. It feels imminent. And if even half of these leaks are accurate, DJI isn't just updating the Avata line, they're redefining what immersive drone capture looks like. Now, I want to hear from you. Does 8K 360 in an FPV drone excite you, or would you rather DJI focus purely on speed and agility? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What if the DJI Osmo Action 7 ends up being one of those quiet upgrades that completely changes how we think about action cameras? Not with flashy leaks or dramatic teaser videos, but with subtle improvements that only make sense once you start using it. That is exactly where things stand right now. This is not a leak-heavy episode. Instead, we are connecting the dots using DJI's very predictable behavior, recent launch patterns, and the rumors that actually line up with how this company operates. By the end of this video, you should have a clear picture of when the Action 7 might arrive, what it is likely to focus on, and whether it is shaping up to be worth waiting for. Let's talk timing first, because DJI leaves breadcrumbs if you know where to look. The Osmo Action lineup has settled into a rhythm over the years. Late summer to late fall has become the comfort zone, with most releases landing between August and November. Action cameras are a holiday-friendly product, and DJI clearly understands that. The Action 6 pushing into November 2025 showed that they are willing to slide the calendar when it benefits them. So looking ahead, the most realistic window for the Osmo Action 7 is September through November 2026, with October feeling like the sweet spot. If DJI sticks to form, expect a roughly 12-month gap and the launch time for maximum visibility. Now let's address the question a lot of US viewers are already asking. Will this even be sold stateside? The concern comes from the FCC covered list update at the end of 2025, which mainly targets drones and unmanned systems. On paper, action cameras do not fall into that category. That is the good news. The gray area is perception and process. DJI being on that list means more scrutiny, more paperwork, and potentially slower approvals even for non-drone products. That does not mean the Action 7 is banned. It means things could move slower and with more friction. Unless regulators clarify the distinction, DJI may face delays, but an outright block still feels unlikely. When it comes to specs, expectations should stay grounded. The Osmo Action 7 is shaping up to be a refinement-focused camera, not a radical redesign. The rumored sensor remains a 1/1.1-inch CMOS, but with faster readout and improved noise handling. That matters more than chasing bigger numbers. Better readout reduces rolling shutter, while cleaner noise processing improves low light and HDR. The variable aperture is expected to return, likely covering a range around f2 to f4, which gives creators more exposure flexibility in bright conditions without relying entirely on electronic tricks. Video is where DJI usually stacks quiet improvements. Rumors point toward 8K recording at up to 60 frames per second, and 4K slow motion pushing as high as 240 frames per second. That sounds impressive, but the real upgrade would be consistency. Better heat management, smarter distortion correction, and more usable HDR could push dynamic range closer to the 15-stop mark being discussed. That would translate into cleaner skies, more detail in shadows, and footage that holds together better in harsh lighting. The field of view should stay wide, but smarter processing could make footage feel more natural, instead of ultra-distorted. Finally, pricing. DJI has been remarkably disciplined here. Mainstream action cameras usually sit in a predictable bracket. Based on past launches, a standard Osmo Action 7 combo landing between $349 and $429 feels realistic. Accessory-heavy adventure bundles could push closer to the $479 to $549 range depending on what is included. Nothing here suggests a dramatic price hike, and that fits the theme. The Action 7 looks positioned as a polished evolution, not a bold experiment. Until certifications or official teasers appear, this is the most realistic picture we have. So what do you think? Is refinement what the action camera market needs right now, or are you waiting for something more disruptive? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this breakdown helped, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what comes next.